This is Susie Lee with Bellalina Boutique. Come on in. It's 3 o'clock. Anyway, this is a silver tray we're going to be working with today. I'm going to give it a little once over because I got it from the thrift store with some good old-fashioned alcohol. We're gonna clean it up really good so that it doesn't give me any pulling away when I add paint to it. We don't want to do that. Funny. Holy smokes! If you ever wanted to know how dirty this thrift store is, that's how dirty. Anyway, today we're going to be making over this thrift store tray with some purdies. I also got this thrift store Audrey the other day, and as much as I love this saying, it says nothing is impossible, the word itself says I'm possible. Isn't that cool? I like that. I might keep that just for grins and giggles, but I'm getting rid of all that. We're going to cut her out. Started here with a little X-Acto knife and just try to, there we go. I'm just using her, I'm just going to use her right here on this tray. I'm going to Mod Podge her. I don't like that much better. Now, very carefully, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to cut along her little cigarettes. Remember when cigarettes used to be sexy? Not so much anymore, right? You know what? I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to worry about her because that's all I need to worry about. I don't need to worry about her. Make sure I don't cut her bun off. That's all we need. We need her bun, hun. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I'm just going to go right around her as carefully and fussy cutted as I can. There's Audrey. There she is, if ever she was. Okay, so this tray. Okay, we're going to set Audrey aside for a minute because we're going to dazzle her all up, you know. I am going to do the outside of the tray is going to be done in gold. The inside is going to be done in a creamy, dreamy white Fusion Mineral Paint. And I am going to grab me a plate here. Yes, I am. And I'm going to paint the inside white. Well, creamy white, I should say. Because I just think that'll look really pretty together. It's not going to be all white. That's just going to be like a base coat for what I'm going to do for her. So, just so you know. All right. I probably should get an angled brush too. Let me tell you why. Because Susie is going to need it around these edges in here. I'm going to need that. So, let's get that ready to go. I'm going to get my Slap It On brush to begin with though. Get in here with this. Like it. Okay, so this is what we got so far. I like it better already. How about you? I don't want to get it too hot because then the Mod Podge just kind of, well, you know what I could do? I could put the Mod Podge on this. I think I will. It's a great idea. Right. I could do the Mod Podge on this and then I'll just put her there. I'm going to go in and around here and just blend with some colors and blend it out from her to make it look like she's part of a portrait, okay? Because even in the canvas, it was just a white canvas she was on. It was plain and blasé as could be, I think. So I'm going to just zhuzh her up a little bit and add some color. So let's do that. Let's get in with some color. And what color represents Audrey Hepburn better than Tiffany blue? All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of casement white and a dab of what coal black. This is all, these three colors, the background, this black, and the casement white. All right, let's get some black out here because I want to create a gray, like a lighter gray. And to do that, I need black and white. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the white and I'm going to grab up just a little bit of that black and we're going to mix. Just like that. So we will have the colors of the creamy background. We will have the gray. And I'm going to start dabbling around here. Right up to her dress. You know how I do. We're going to blend. And if I think it needs a little darker color, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab up a little dark. And I'm going to marbleize it right on up to her dress so that it looks seamless, like it's been painted right on here. I've lovingly entitled this technique Decoupage Camouflage. It's just a blending, everybody does it. But I honestly, when I figured it out, how to do this, I didn't realize that this is what a lot of furniture people do. I didn't know that until I started watching some of these. And I said, oh, well, this is nothing new. There is nothing new under the sun. I'm just going to make it look like she's sitting in she just kind of came out of a painting. And we're going to add a little Tiffany, just here and there, a little blue, just here and there, just because that is, you know, Breakfast at Tiffany's was what made her so infamous, correct? So, see what I did? I'm just taking the black and the gray, and I'm just going in, and I can go in and I can lighten it up if I need to. I might need a smaller brush at some point to get around to the little cigarette. But I'm going to try with this one. Got to be careful around the face because I'm going to grab maybe a smaller little brush here. Maybe to grab up some of that white and get up close to her face. I'm just going to dab with a little bit of that gray and try and match it up and make it look seamless. From her face. Basically what you do is you do the, what do they call that technique? Ombre. Kind of an ombre look. Okay. So it goes from light gray to dark gray. In and around her hand. And then you just kind of feather it out. See what I'm doing? I went like light right where her face is, okay? It was real light, white, and then I kind of added a little bit of that light gray that I created, and then I feathered it out. Feathering it out away from her hand. So you don't want to see any line on it. I'm going right on up to the painting, touching her face with it. Don't be afraid. You can wipe it back if you need to. That looks pretty good. Yeah, sure does. I'm gonna get back down in here while it's still wet. So I'm gonna get back down in here and start creating a little bit of some gray, some dappled black in there, all along the edge. This is going to be a one of a kind. Two plates together, then I can make more room. Yeah, that really helps. Having an angled brush, just kind of looking at some of the colors, adding more black in, and blending. Don't ever leave a line of demarcation where you can see where one color started and the other one stopped. You want to blend it so it looks seamless. The only way I know how to tell you to do that is to keep adding colors and then blending them in. Like, I'm not going to leave that black blob there. I'm going to get in here and I'm going to blend it out all the way. See how far that took me? All the way out there, all the way like that. So you see no line. All you see is just shades of color. Okay. Getting up next to that silver, it's kind of like when you color a picture, what you do is the outer edge first, right? Get in there and get that outer edge, and then you can get back in and do the center. Okay. And you kind of stand back, take a peek at it. Get back in there, start to dabble. I'm going to turn it this way because I can see up under that silver line better when it's turned this way than I can when it's turned the other way. Yes, very vintage-esque. Add a little bit of white into this mixture. So kind of like that, where the dark gray turns to light. Okay, now here's her hair and it's dark. So I'm just kind of picking up a little bit of the black and a little bit of the white, and I'm going to blend some of those colors right up to her hair. It's a little bit lighter than her hair, which is all right. There are some highlights in her hair. You can see some light hitting it because it's a black and white. But you definitely can see the highlights hitting her hair. So it kind of lends itself to what I'm doing around it. And add a little bit of the white here on this side. Dab, 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 right up close. I'm going to make it a little darker right here. And then blend it. What I'm going to do now, grab up this little one again, put it in a little bit of white, start dabbling around her face and the hairline again right here because it's kind of, it goes from her hair to her face. And so you need some grays and some whites to get blended in here a little bit. It ends up looking like a little bit like an oil painting. It does. I'm using acrylic paint, yes. These are acrylics. Okay, now I covered up that cigarette, but I'm gonna take a real fine little brush and put it back in there. Like this one right here from Essential Stencils. This fine little brush. I'm gonna extend it. Her little cigarette. Right there. All the way across, now that I'm done with this part. Susie, I fudged it. Nice and thin. Blend, 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 right? All right. I think that's good enough for a little cigarette. It almost looks hand painted in there now. Okay. I'll hold it up so you can see the half that's done. But can you see how the cigarette looks like I kind of hand painted it in there now? I like it. Thing with this is just have fun. Have fun with it. Don't be afraid of it. Just get in there and get done with those parts you hate the worst, and then move on. Move on, move on. Get up some black because it seems like I lost some of the black. I'll bring some back. But see, I'm not going to leave it like that, all black. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to blend it out, feather it all the way out to where it almost becomes another shade of gray. All the way. Like that. See how that just went away and you don't see any one color anymore? Get up in here. I think this needs some water. It's getting kind of, every once in a while, you got to kind of do that. You got to kind of water it down just so that it'll flow nice. Yeah, that helps. Especially up against the silver. If your brush gets gunky, ungunk it. Silver part. Letting it know who's boss, right? A little bit of this. And the beauty of it is if you like do what I just did, you just go take some gray and some white and a little bit of black and you get in there and start dappling. You don't know what you're going to end up with. It's kind of a cool thing. It's like I'm always surprised pleasantly. I'm always pleasantly surprised at how it turns out because I never know. I never know. And that's the fun of it. That's the fun of creating. Never know exactly how it's going to. I mean, you have an idea, you have a semi-plan, you know, you're sort of got a plan. More water, please, especially around these edges. It's not flowing. It's kind of sticking. You just have to, you know, just keep looking at it and making sure that you don't see any one color. Like right here, I'm looking at it. I see a gray and I see a black. I'm probably going to go in there with a little bit of white and blend in there. See right here, just a little bit. And we're just going to blend until you don't see that anymore. And don't forget, you can also take a little wet nap or something like that, and you can go in and blot. Don't negate the blotting process. You can go in there and blot to your heart's content. Go back in, add color, take it out. You can you can reconstitute acrylic paint with a little bit of water. So you can go back in with a little bit of water and start blending again and reconstitute it. Move it about. See, now here, her hair is darker. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of black. It's not going to be black because it's got gray and it's got white, that creamy white behind it. It's going to be a darker shade of gray, lighter shade of black, but it's going to blend out and it's going to give it that that ombre effect. It's going to go from this shade to this shade. And sometimes around the face or around the hair, I like to add just a little bit of white, kind of like I did here, because it just makes it look like there's a little glow about them, you know, just like a little something, something, just a little glow. So I'm going to add a little bit of this. I'm going to add some water, number one. I'm going to add a little bit of this white in here and go right up close around her neck here. Try to match it up a little. And around her ear. Now here, that's her hair. So I'm going to go in and pick up some dark black. Just like that. And take the black down here to her dress. And blend. This is the last part of the blending process. And I'm going to add just some little hints of the aqua. And I'm going to finish off this one little area here by her earring and her neck and her ear. Right, I like that. Get in there by her face, just a little, just a tad. It's tricky. It's doable. It's not impossible. Remember what she said. The very word impossible says, I'm possible. Make it look like this was painted on, and that's kind of the way it's looking right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little water on my paintbrush, and I'm going to add just a little bit of this blue in parts, just a few. Oh yeah. Let me show you what this does. It just takes this plain, very gray looking background and it elevates it. It gives it just a hint, just enough color that it makes it special. Some off, and I'm blending it. I'm blending the heck out of it, and I'm blotting. I'm gonna blot. I'm gonna blend and I'm gonna blot. I don't want too much. I want it to look very subtle, just here and there, like that. Come down here, give it a little bit over here, and maybe just a little bit here around her, kind of hugging her a little, just a little bit of that blue. So kind of liking that, right? Kind of holding it back and looking at it, saying where could it use a little, like I mean a touch, a little touch of more blue, like right here. Blend, blend, blend. Feather it out like that. So now it's looking more like a portrait. Do you see that? Isn't that pretty? a little work of art. I'm loving it. Now, I don't want to go too crazy on the blue because I could. I don't want to do that, but I'm going to call it. I think I like it just the way I want to go around the thing with the gold, and then I'm going to decorate her because by then all of this will be nice and dry. Which one was it? This one right here. It's an old beat up brush. I'm just going to add a couple streaks, just a little few streaks of gold here and there. Very light, like a feather, like that. Kind of scrubbing it in. Some of it's a lot more light-handed, but you can kind of see what that did. It kind of gave it a different look, a different dimension. I like it. I like the gold. I think that's pretty. All right, that's that. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to decorate. I'm thinking this beautiful applique from Totally Dazzled, right? But I'm probably going to use these crystals because these are real crystals. Maybe use a few like around just because they're Tiffany blue, right? So that's why I chose them. Okay, so I'm going to maybe use some of those. I'm going to put this right here, I think, at the top. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull the 3M sticker off. I'm going to add some B7000. I think I'm going to add one of these crowns. Should I put it at the top? I kind of like it at the top. She would need a flat crown. I think I'm going to go ahead. I think I'm going to add this to the top. With some B7000 and some hot glue. Because I thought about that. Okay. The hot glue is going to stick to the applique more or less, but the B7000 is hitting the tray. I don't want to hit it too hard because it's probably not dry. I will probably add more to her than what I'm doing here because I want to add her some jewelry. I want to add her some, you know, some pretties. I want to add her a bunch of pretty things. I'm gonna add the Tiffany blue to the frame. So I'm just gonna go in here with a little bit of B7000 right where these little circular things are here. I'm gonna put one on each one all the way around. There we go. Put the lid on it, and I will put the pieces on here, starting over here. Okay. Oh, I'm loving this. This is so pretty. These are really high quality crystals. These are beautiful. These are not the ones I sell in my shop. I sell the Aurora Borealis. I sell the quality. This quality of crystal, but I don't sell the color blue. But the Aurora Borealis would be equally as beautiful. You can also go on Amazon and purchase yourself some beautiful Tiffany blue crystals, if you wish. And I'm just going on the spots that I put a little dab of the B7000. I think it looks very Hollywood with the gold. I love it. I think it's so pretty. It would have looked just as beautiful with clear crystals in the silver. It would, or even in the gold. It would be beautiful. See how fast that goes? Boom, 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 right? And you're done. 2 more. Shake it up, baby. I need 2 more. There we go. 1. Yes, indeed. There you go. Pretty, 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 pretty. And we will finish her tomorrow. I'm thinking it needs a little bit more pizzazz, don't you? Anyway, what do y'all say? Isn't she beautiful? She looks like a painting. I love her. We'll finish this on Sunday. Sunday. Okay, guys? Thank you so much. I'm gonna fix her. We're gonna fix her up real good, and we will have fun doing it. You know that. Well, let's look at Audrey, shall we? Oh my gosh, you guys. Didn't she turn out cute? We're gonna judge her up a little bit more. I think she could use a little more pizzazz. I think she's beautiful like she is, but we can always do better because she's Hollywood, right? She's Hollywood. We're gonna judge her. So I've picked out a couple things. Somebody had mentioned in the comments that they were wondering if I was going to bling the cigarette, and I actually was thinking about doing that in just a little black. And I think it'll be just a little bit of shimmer. It is number 7 in the pack, which is black. SS10 crystals. My B7000. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in with the tip of the B7000, and I am going to, if I can get it off, I am going to go in and bling up just this little bit, just this little piece with just one SS10. Not going to double it or anything like that. We're just going to go 1 straight down the line here. And I'm going to shake it up, and we're going to start right here. Okay, look at that. We got that long cigarette all blinged up. It just gives it a little bit of something, right? I love that. All right, I'm going to put these back in here. This is so nice. This applicator set is so nice to just, because of the way it's shaped, it just falls right back into the tray. Pop it shut, and you're ready to go to the next one. So there's that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do her some earrings. I've had to take like some of the ends of the appliques off. Sometimes I have to do that. And when I do, is that gorgeous? And when I do, I save them. I had to shorten something recently, and I just took that little stone and I kept it. And I really like it because here's the thing: right along the edge of her face and right at the base of her ear was very hard to camouflage. And so because of that, it seems like it's just a little bit darker there, but that literally covers it up. Look at how pretty that is. Can you see that little bit of bling on her ear there? That is so stunning. I love that. We're going to give her, I think, this is antique bronze on the back. We're just going to go ahead and give it a little bit of B7000. I don't want it to ooze out on her face and all that, so I'm just going to kind of go lightly here and just let it frame her beautiful face. Now, somebody had asked me, am I going to give her some makeup? Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am. I'm going to give her some more jewels. We're just going to let this sit for a minute while I do it. Okay, this one is whatever color this is. Pearlescent rust. So it's more of a earth tone color. Because of the gold that's in here and the other colors, I almost like I almost like the pearlescent rust, but just a little bit of it. I'm of the earth tone kind of like that one. I'm going to get a little tiny brush like this to maybe just do her lips just a little bit. That is just a little bit of ink. I'm going to work it into the brush. Yeah, this might not be small enough for her lips. Maybe I'll start with her face. I'll just give her a little blush. All it takes. Such a small amount. And blend it. Like the key I always say is the blending, right? She was done in the black and the white. Yeah, that really worked pretty. I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but it gave her just a little bit of color. See how light that is? It's very, very, very faint. So just take one of your brushes and just go in, and you want to blend it out all the way up into her hairline, all the way up to the ear line. You know, just like when you're doing your own makeup. All the way up. Blend, blend, blend. All it took was that little teeny tiny bit. And I really love it. I think that turned out really pretty. Might even give her a little bit of color on her neck. On her nose. Just blending this right now. Okay, I'm gonna get a smaller brush for her lips. Much smaller. One of my Essential Stencil brushes. Yeah, I like that color, I think, better than the pinky color with this, all this gold going on. I think it looks better. Okay, I'm loving this. Just gonna get in here. Oh gosh, yes. This is perfect brush for this. You need a teeny tiny, look at how skinny that brush is. See, that's almost like a script liner. You just need a little dab, literally. I kind of learned how to do this for my mom because she had a scrapbook when she was growing up. She had a scrapbook, and they used to love to keep the actresses and actors' pictures. You know, they cut them out of the magazines and stuff. And she had a whole beautiful scrapbook that she kept for all her life. She would get the black and white photos, and she would zhuzh them up with a little bit of color, just like this. And she taught me how to do this. See? Got her lips done. Now she's beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, so I'll just have to rinse those later because these are just scrapbooking inks. That's all these are. And that is literally all, I think, all the color I'm going to put on her. I could do some of her eye makeup. I could smoky it up a little bit. I could. Because I do have some gray somewhere. Okay, let me see what I can do here, if anything, with this. Here's the thing. It kind of still has a look of... Oh yeah, that's pretty. I'm smoking up her eye a little bit. And I'm just going from the bridge of her nose, right at the edge of her eye, up a little bit and down. And then leaving a little white at the top right under her eyebrow. I don't know if you can see that. But that's all I'm doing is I'm smoking up that eye just a tad. Just a little bit, so she's got some extra glam. I love that. That's it. That's it. Doesn't take much. You don't want to overdo this. You know what I'm saying? And don't overthink it. Just, you know, get yourself a little paper towel, wipe it off, mostly all of it, and then move on. All right, so what I'm going to do next is, I think I'm going to give her some what I did to my mom's picture. I got a picture of my mom that I did, and her hair was very similar to this. She used to do her hair gorgeous. And I'm going to put some bling in her hair right up through here. I am, but I've got to decide what color bling I want to use. I used the black hair. This is clear antique bronze here. This yellow would be pretty too with the gold because it would look kind of antique-y. Let me just look at it and see against her hair. It all depends on what it looks like against her hair when you get it on there. It kind of gives it, it's almost clear, but it's such a slight little bit of the yellow. It gives it that antique tinge, if you will. Put her little headband on here. Right around the top of her head. Right along her little bun line. She's got a little bun line. It's pretty. Just like my mom. I got a picture that I did of my mom. I'm going to grab it and show you guys. It's so cute that I did of her, like kind of like this. She was kind of a Hollywood-esque kind of a gal. She and her sister used to play movie star when they were growing up together. And so that's kind of where I got that. She was a beautiful lady. Oh yeah, this is the color, and I will show you in 1 minute why. Because this color lends itself to the antique vibe going on here. If it would have been too yellow, it would have been too garish and gold. I don't want all that. I just want it to be elegant and antique. That's all I want. We don't need too much gold. Okay. Maybe one more little piece right there. See, what's so nice about this B7000 is you can just squirt out a little dab and it doesn't have to go everywhere, all over the place. Oh, that's so pretty. Can you see what that did? Isn't that gorgeous on her hair? Just a little crown. That's all you need. I also think she needs a bracelet, don't you? I think she needs a little bracelet. I do have some pearl. I think I need to do some pearl. This is just pearl that comes on a sticky back, but I'm going to use the B7000. I just think, I don't know. She's got some beads on here, on her neckline, so I'm going to go in and add some bling for her neckline. But I don't know, I was just thinking maybe a beautiful little pearl bracelet would be pretty. Let's just see, shall we? Okay, now this jewelry that she's wearing is chunky. She's got a big chunky earring, right? And so I'm going to put 3 chunky pearls here. Ones in her hair are more delicate and dainty. But I love this little chunky pearl bracelet. I think that's pretty. I love that. So we're going to do that right here, right at her arm. So it's right here under my nose. I'm just going to try to scoop this pearl. I peeled it off so that the sticky back will be on there. So it wouldn't give me fits getting it on here. Just like that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make the one in the middle go slightly lower so it's not like it's straight across, just so it looks like a bracelet would be. If your arm was up like this, it would be kind of hanging like this. And the middle one would be hanging down the furthest, like that. So, there's that. She has a ring on her finger down here. She also has fingers here that are unringed. We could do that. We'll see. This one's awfully pretty. Kind of like that, man. That's one big rock. I like that. You know, you just know when it's right, you know. You just go, oh, yeah, I like that. Let's see, maybe I could put a pearl down here. Maybe. I do like that. I like it with one pearl and one diamond. So let's do that. Let's put a pearl down here and a diamond up here. Or vice versa. Pearl, diamond. Kind of like that too. That'll work. That plays. Let's do that. I don't want to overthink this. It's just for funsies, right? But I will be selling this piece. Hold on. Sometimes you gotta call it the big dogs. Sometimes. I gotta get one of these things out because it flops around everywhere. Oh, there we go. I got it on my finger. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good. See, that will pick up. The flat back will pick up. That flat back stone will pick up with my picker pen. That pearl is just ever so slightly domed and shiny and slippery, so it doesn't pick up as well with the picker pen like this does. So I said. So I said. Oh, that is so stunning, you guys. Y'all. That is so pretty. Can you see how pretty she's getting by the minute, y'all? Isn't she gorgeous? We're gonna do her neckline. So, all right, here we go, guys. I'm almost thinking I want to mix these two because they're both antique-y looking. They're very antiquish. Let me just see what they look like together. If I put one in between the other, there we go. I think it makes it bling more. I like that. That's really pretty. It's like two antique-y blings together. So I'm going to alternate them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just take these three and move them on over. One's bigger than the other. That's fine. That's fine. They don't have to be the same size because if you look at her necklace here, it's not the same size. They're all different. So. What if you could see her necklace? I'm going to show you what it is. She's got like some dangling, it looks like some dangling crystals and some black. If you look at it close, you see what I'm saying? It's got some white dangly things. Now, I don't know if those are pearls or if they're crystals or what they are. But I think you can make it whatever you want. You can make them whatever you want. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put a bunch of black in here. I think because what it is, it looks like she's got 2 or maybe 3 strands of beads going on here. I want to hold this up and show you where we're at. Oh my goodness gracious. You would never think that that would be so pretty. I'm going to put a little bit of hanging down here, some more bling hanging down. But look at how gorgeous that is. You see that? Isn't that stunning, you guys? A couple little pieces coming down here. Some of these shinier more the lighter color. Yeah, couple. Just a couple. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. My oh my, kids. I don't think she could get any prettier. I'm just saying. Anyway, I think she's stunning. I mean, she was stunning before, but if you go back in this video and you look at the before, do a screenshot of the before and the after, I think you'll be surprised at how gorgeous she is. Mod Podge. Could do it with this brush. I like this brush better for her dress. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I'm just going to go around these stones very carefully because the Mod Podge will dull them. Okay, there we go. Oh, I love her. That's blinged out anyway. So I want to just show y'all. When it dries, it'll even be prettier, but look at how that blings now. Isn't that gorgeous? Now she looks like Hollywood, right? How pretty is she? She got real prettied up, didn't she? I love her. I love her. This was a great find. This was a great marriage of the tray and her. I think it's perfect. Perfect. A match made in heaven, right?